success of our hardworking members here in PGI. I'm truly excited to hear how PGI has transformed the lives of some of our members who started out with just humble beginnings and dreams for themselves and their families in just a very short period of time. So one thing I want to point out is, seeing that it's Women's Month, Monday is, as I said, International Women's Day, and I actually didn't know that it was Women's Month. That somebody told me it's Women's Month. We have a whole month. I had no idea. So with that, it's truly my honor to introduce this amazing woman who is just an extraordinary leader. She's one of our hardworking master distributors here in PGI. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna introduce her. She is such a powerhouse, such an extraordinary woman, and then she's gonna bring on one of her rising stars. I'm here to introduce, with my honor and pleasure, to introduce Lulu Muthoni Muema. Lulu, take it away.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lucy Muthoni Muema from Kenya. I am a master distributor here, and I am truly an excited PGI member. Now, my journey in PGI began on the 4th of April when I decided to sign up and do my first package of $100. Now, before that, I was just a regular wife. I was a mother. I was a businesswoman, and we ran a business with my husband. Now, mid-March last year, due to COVID and the pandemic, our country went into a lockdown. Now, our business deals with school uniforms and corporate uniforms. So when the lockdown was called upon, our business was seriously affected because we are not the kind that can be able to work from home. We need to be physically in the office and be able to interact with our clients. So we knew that we would be affected for quite some time. But again, we had faith because we are born again, and we have trust that we know that God had a better plan for us. So early March, I was introduced to PGI by a friend who sent me a message, and I ignored, because at that time life was just usual, was normal. I never really thought of any need of looking for another income before that. So around that time, mid-March, when the lockdown was called, I decided now to go back and look at that message. And in my past, I have been a networker. So I had sworn to myself that I would never get into networking again. But this, I think, lockdown called for quick measures to be taken. And we had some savings in the bank. And we were so sure that if the lockdown progresses for a very long time, we will either withdraw everything and spend it, and by the end of the lockdown, we will have nothing to start off. So we had to think fast and act fast. So when we attended the first presentation with my husband, we made the decision to put in whatever we had. But again, I started with $100 just to be able to test the waters. And during that time, I decided to look for the CEO so that I can be able to get more information before we put in our only savings and lose it. So after talking to Mr. RV, and I thank God that Mr. RV was available, even with $100 package that I had invested, he still made time to come and meet with me on Zoom. And we talked, and he reassured me. And I really thank God because I was able to see how genuine Mr. RV was. So we went to the bank, we took our first our only savings, and put in a $10,000 package. Now we again went back to the bank and requested for a bank overdraft, which we put in $100,000. And from there on, I can assure you our lives totally changed, because we watched our earnings grow day by day. And at that point, I was not going to network. But by the end of April, I decided that I needed to start in telling people about this amazing opportunity. And I remember in one corporate meeting, a Zoom meeting, I brought in about 20 people, and that was 20 prospects, and none of them signed up for PGI. It was very demoralizing. But again, I want to tell people, especially those who have tried networking and they feel that they are not able to convince people that be persistent, be consistent, and it will happen. And after that, I had to go back to my drawing board. Probably I wasn't doing my presentation so well. And I changed everything. And from there on, I was able to share the opportunity to many people who came into the business. And my team was able to grow from one level to the other. And I actually got to know much later through my leader, Benny Akiki, that I was the first to have invested $100,000. I had no idea about that. But again, I thank God. And I normally tell ladies that, you know what, if I can do it, you can do it. We cannot limit ourselves because we are women, but we should be able to rise above that and be able to do the best that we can. Now, what I have achieved in PGI since then. Before that, like I said, my life was not so bad. I was able to live a comfortable life, but I had dreams and aspirations, which I knew that they would take us months or, years to be able to achieve that. And because of PGI, today I am able to walk into any shop and purchase whatever I love or I desire. And that is because of PGI. I don't have to think of any budget. So today I am enjoying a financial freedom because of this company. Now, we had a project that we wanted to start, but we had projected that it would take us about 10 years to be able to save for that. But again, because of PGI, today I can gladly tell you that we are about to complete our dream home, which we have built from scratch. And it is a huge, huge home. Many people did not understand why we are building a home because we already have one, but this is not what we desired, but we still are grateful to God that we have a home. But again, because of PGI, we are able to bring forward all the plans that we had in the future, and PGI is making our dreams come true. Now, when we started the construction, we had a purpose to have it completed in less than 3 months. And because we had all the funds ready, we were able to complete our superstructure within 2 months. And even our architect was wondering, how did you guys make it? And I told him it's because of PGI, and Bitcoin is actually changing our lives. So he also is one of the investors in PGI. Now, in PGI, I have met so many people, and in my team, I have great leaders, and everyone in my team is a rising star. But today, I just want to point out one leader, and this lady, I have known her for the last 15 years or so, and we have been, to me, PGI has actually brought us much closer, that I can refer to her as my sister today. And I can assure you people, especially the members that are here, the guests that are here, PGI will not leave you the same if you embrace this opportunity. Now, this lady had never done network marketing in her life, but I was able to talk to her and walk her through the compensation plan. And then one day she decided to come with her husband, and they joined the business. Now, because of her lack of experience, what I loved about her was that she was very eager to learn, and she had a very positive attitude. And you will, even as you listen to her, you will see that she has a clear vision of what she wants to achieve in life through PGI. Now, like I said, she is a great leader. She's a team player and one of my greatest trainers in my team. So I want to introduce right now my sister, my friend, and an exemplary leader, Essie. Please unmute yourself and take over from here. Thank you so much.
Wow. This is Essie. I am very, 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 very humbled by that introduction, Lulu. Thank you so much. May God bless you for that. My name, as you've heard, is Essie Peace, or rather Esther Njambuya, but most people know me as Essie Peace. And yes, I have known Lulu for very many years. And that notwithstanding, I can proudly say that I'm very happy to be here today, and it is because of God. Other than that, I know that this opportunity came to me in a very timely moment in my life. I'm married. I have one husband, and I have two boys. One is 18 and the other one is 16. And I really want to thank God. I'm a worker. I have been in the energy sector for the longest time period in my life. And so today, as Lulu said, I have never, ever networked in my life, let alone join any marketing company or anything like that. It's been professionalism, and office work. And I have grown, of course, in that industry. But then this opportunity came by at around May. And when Lulu shared, like she said in brief, I could not understand exactly, but I knew she had the knowledge about the marketing and PGI and all that. So what I did was to literally go and sit with her. Like she said, I heard about it. The next thing, I was on my husband's case telling him, please, please, please go with me so that we can sit with our friends and listen very keenly on what they had to tell us. After that, I didn't take so much time because it was COVID year and things were really tough. So after we heard about that, my husband said, since you've always looked for something to do online, why don't you give it a shot? And then I said, wow, then this could be it, because Lulu was so passionate about it. And for sure, I do not even have enough words to tell her thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, in front of everyone, I want to thank you for sharing what you know is good with somebody and what you know will propel someone's life and change their lives completely. So I joined PGI around June 2020 last year. And together with my husband, we've been able to invest from what we had saved. Of course, we had some little savings, which we withdrew, and then we put it in. And we started with something little, but it didn't take long before then I said, I hope and pray he can see so that we can be able to together take advantage of this opportunity. So every single day I would sit with Lulu and write whatever she's telling me in a book, because I think I'm one of those people who understand things better when I write. And I would write so many things from joining PGI. How do I prospect? These were all new things to me. So it was like I was in a university somewhere studying. And within a short time, I started seeing the earnings. Then we had so many things that were pending. I mean, when you talk of financial freedom, I don't know how else to explain it. We had debts, of course, many debts. Talk of loans, we had them. Stalled projects, both for home, I mean, you can talk about it. Of course, in Africa, we know that we have a lot of people who depend on you. So each and every moment, there are people who are looking up to you. And when PGI came, let me tell you, my friends, my sisters, my brothers who are listening to me today, I am an excited person because I believe in one thing, that even when you serve God, you need financial freedom to make things happen and change this world. So we've been able to clear almost 90% of our debts. We've been able to finish our farmhouse. Let me tell you, we've been able to finish our farmhouse that had stalled. I mean, it was in a very depleted way. We finished it, we renovated it. It is a beautiful, beautiful home. We were able to fence, you know, when you have these pieces of land and you don't even have boundaries because you believe one day I will secure them. We were able to do that courtesy of PGI. And we want to venture into agriculture after that. We were able to pay in full school fees. I don't know if there are parents here who know how much school fees cost parents save, you pay with installments. And my husband and I could just go to the school and ask them, how much is remaining as school fees for this year, for this boy of ours? It was such a pleasure to just write that check. And that was wonderful. Now, my husband had this vehicle, and it came to this point that, he kept going to the garage every now and then, and it costed us a lot of money. So he decided, let me just dispose this vehicle and maybe we'll trust God for another better vehicle. And as I speak today is, we're in March. How many months are those? We have just planned to bring in a new car for him, and he's rejoicing because it's courtesy of PGI. I shared this with Lulu and she was not believing it because it was meant to be a surprise. We mobilized resources for we are now mobilizing resources for our town home here in Kenya. And of course, the many things we've been able to accomplish are helping out the family. Family is so important to us. We have been able to pull people into PGI. Like Lucy said, I didn't know how to network. So what did I do? I just opened my mouth. I opened my mouth, and every person who comes for HR advice, at the end of it, I tell them, you know what? There's something I would want to share with you, and it is to do with PGI. So I have been able to build a network, courtesy of Lulu, who is literally helping me out with the nitty-gritties of networking, how to prospect effectively, how to share the opportunity and just know the business. One thing I know is that we have a very good strategy. We have a very good future. And just being able to see people who depend on you, being supported, church projects, family, extended family, people who may just be living from day to day earnings, and here you are telling them that, come on, I'll sponsor you for this, just start on and I will show you how to move, just that, like the way somebody else sowed in my life. So that's what I want about that. And of course, being a woman who believes in mentoring women and empowering women and girls through my NGO, which God helped me to start some few years back. It had actually stalled. I didn't know, how can I really empower these people? Because mostly it's on financial capacity that you're able to do that. I was able to join together with my husband and tell him, you know what, I want to just go full force in this. Go to the church you're able to support. What can somebody do in PGI? What can someone do if you remain focused, if you remain determined, and you believe in the vision of the company, the vision of the people who are leading us, the president, the master distributors? What we need to do as members of PGI or as prospective people who want to join this company, just know that PGI is real. It's for real. There's nothing else I can tell you. It's for real. And one thing I keep telling my family is that God has really blessed us. And if this is what he has come through with in our lives, we have no option but to share this opportunity. So thank you so much, Lulu. I can just lift you up and tell you to the most wonderful woman on earth. Kudos to you. I want to thank my husband, my big support in this. I couldn't have done it without him. My children who always tell me, are you Zooming? Are you in PGI? Mom, you're late for PGI. It's almost midnight, and that's the time we normally Zoom from our country, Kenya. And we have to sit up and listen in because it is a commitment. So I want to thank you all. Our founder, Mr. RV, I know he's here with us today. I really do not have the words to express what I feel today. Being financially free is not only being financially free, but being able to glorify God through this opportunity by touching people's lives. I think by the time that vision came upon him, he must have heard from God. And I really thank him so much, together with all the president, Miss Helen, Madam Claire, Lulu, my friend, our CEO, I can name them all, everyone else, and all the members of PGI. Thank you so much, Mr. Benny, for helping us believe in PGI all the way, coming to us and talking to us. So that's all I have to say. I could talk and talk forever, but thank you, and may God bless you.
Essie, wow, that was extraordinary. Lulu and Essie, two amazing, amazing women doing extraordinary things here at PGI. Wow. Whew. I'm telling you, you just don't know what's in the heart of a person and what they're capable of when you give them the right opportunity and they can really take off with it. And just so awesome to see them both doing that. I'm totally inspired by both of you. Thank you so much for both being here.